love readings, most likely complicated, right? Let me see if I can pull up my live right now. There it is. I don't think if anybody knows about it yet, but here we are. And I have it on chat, so if you want to talk, here I am. Can visit on here if you want to. So, angel spirits guides. We're tapping into Sagittarius energy. We want to know past, present, and future. About complicated love. Let me see. All right. It looks like in the past, maybe you made a decision. You know, it was a hard decision. I feel like this relationship was heavy and something was off with the energy, you know. So let's see what's going on in the current energy. Current energy. So you're thinking about what could have been. You're thinking about reconciliation. You're thinking about the passion. So it was heavy, but it was beautiful too. So let's see what's happening in the future. That's a lot. We just need 3 cards for the future, Spirit. 4 of Pentacles. Somebody's hanging on. Someone is hanging on here. Trying to remember every single detail. I see like obsessive energy here. I feel like one person kind of like being overbearing to the other. This could be like some kind of toxic, because the devil's here, you know, toxic relationship. It could have been very much based on sex, you know, and then it ended. Sagittarius. So let's get some of these cards and clarify that. Tell me what's happening in the past. It feels like you might have had to have been very patient with this person. I feel like something, it's like you felt like you weren't enough. You just keep reviewing it. You might have something of theirs that you keep looking at, right? Pictures, something like that, memories. And you're still doing it in the present moment. Like you really had feelings for this person, right? I feel like you had unconditional love, you know? But there was just some kind of shady behavior here, you know? Like there could have been a third party. There could have been some kind of like snake-like, and that's what you're thinking about. Like I'm, you know, like you have to compete to get their attention. You have to compete for their love. You might be watching them, stalking them, or maybe they're watching or stalking you too. Hi, Erica. Yay. It's magic earrings. I know they are pretty cool. I showed my daughter, I'm like, look, I have 2 in each ear. They look so cool and they clink around too. I like it. I love the colors of them. Okay, so let's look at the future here. It's like you're hanging on. It is toxic. You know it's toxic. And I don't know. I feel like you just still, I don't know. Let's see. So I feel like you thought this was going to be stable and forever. Me too. You thought you were going to get married and stay forever and ever, like it was an everlasting promise. Yeah, the devil card is here, and so is the addiction card. So it's kind of like the same card, right? Codependent, obsession, possession, controlling. There's a block. So maybe this person blocked you. God, I hate that shit. You know, I honestly, I was just talking to my daughter about it last night. I really think I'm cool now that I figured out this whole stainless steel earring thing. You know, because I'm allergic to everything, but it was pierced with stainless steel, you know, and then I found those wires, and so I like redid all my earrings and I can wear them, and it's so exciting. And now here I am like making up some new ones. Anyway, what I feel like is happening here is a transformation. You know, this was really a passionate relationship, right? And you guys have fun together. That's what makes it so addictive, you know. But this is also what this person is doing is like shining a light on something that needs to be healed inside of you, you know, because that's what this butterfly card says. There's growth in the and healing the inner child. So I feel like, you know, this person like shined a light on something. Let's find out what it is. Because usually this kind of relationship, you know, like that's got this much chemistry, like I think I'm asking for these messages today because I was like asking for complicated love, right? So what's happening here is an epiphany, a breakthrough for you. I feel like, you know, like you're having a breakthrough about your past, about how you feel about yourself, how you value yourself, and how you value other people. You know, what is it that you are attracted to about this person, you know? I feel like you're looking at that and seeing a pattern. So tell me what the pattern is. It goes all the way back to when you're little. And I feel like, okay, so I'm getting this energy where you feel like you always feel like you've done something wrong. You always feel like you need to apologize for everything you say. Have you ever met someone like that? I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You know, I can remember my mom doing that all the time, apologizing. Well, I'm sorry. And I kind of picked up that habit too. Like I apologize all the time too. So it's almost like you're in this pattern where you think you're always the one who's done something wrong. You're the one that feels like you have regrets, right? But there's just huge transformation coming in here for you. I feel like this goes back to when you're a kid. Like this could be some kind of PTSD thing. It could be losing someone. It could be, I mean, this kind of right now, I don't know why, and maybe this isn't, I don't know, but I'm feeling like maybe maybe you have some kind of like parental thing where you feel like you were rejected or you lost a parent when you were really young. You know, maybe they walked away from the marriage and you know, like it looks like something like that. And so I feel like there's some kind of, this person is shining a light on that for you, and like how you feel about yourself. And I just feel like there's a big awakening happening here for you. So at the very least, I feel like this person, you know, has kind of is driving you to like love yourself, you know, and that seems to be the general theme today too. It's like relationships that push us to the point where we realize, like, I gotta raise my vibe. You know, I gotta think better about myself. I gotta love myself more. And I think this person somehow, you understand that, you know. Your Venus and Neptune are in Sagittarius. Did you hear my message yesterday about Neptune? I just found this out. Remember a few days ago I did a reading about unrequited love? It was actually a past life reading. So if you look through, it's just like a couple days ago. But I did like the oracle of the past life cards, and what came out was that if we have a pattern in our whole life of unrequited love, like this would be starting as a child, you know, it could have something to do with Neptune and Venus placements. And so if your Neptune, like it said specifically, if your Neptune is directly across from Venus, and my Neptune's in house 1 in Scorpio, and directly across it is my Venus in Taurus in 7th house. So they're exactly polar opposites of one another. And so that does indicate, like, I set myself up for that. You know, I wanted to experience unrequited love. I fucking don't know why, but that has been my experience. And I think with your Venus and Neptune both being in Sag, I feel like that's a good aspect, you know, because they would be moving together, you know. So I don't think that that would be a pattern for you, according to that information I got. And it was on a Facebook page. It was like astrology something. So I remember hearing it. That was the morning I saw 444. Yeah. Okay. So it looks to me like, you know, if that's true, your Venus and Neptune are kind of like working together. You know what I mean? Um, so I would think that I don't know. You could look it up. You could look that up and see what that aspect looks like. Just Google it. But it's definitely about those two planets, but I would think if they were in the same sign, then they're working in unison, you know, like they're not opposing each other. So basically what it means is, like, I'm just attracted to things I can't have. You know, I live in this, my first house, Neptune, Fantasyland. It makes sense, right? And directly across it is my Venus. Mercury is in the same house as Venus for me. They're both in Taurus. So that could be why I have such a hard time speaking my mind. Like, I have to be super fucking mad to say how I feel. I don't necessarily love that about myself. I wish I could just calmly say how I feel and get on with my day, but it never works like that. So, Spirit, give me some angel messages for Sagittarius about this relationship. Okay, so I feel like this is something that you thought, you know, might really be the one. Like, the wedding card is here, right? So this situation involves marriage. So it could be that you were married to this person, or it could be that you just had that in mind. You know, like that was your end goal. But in the present moment, the M, it's saying pay attention to red flags. So I feel like you're kind of going through it. The snake is here, right? And you're kind of like looking back. Maybe you're even watching this person like on the sly. Like, even if it means you're like cross watching their sign, right? Yeah, me too. I can't communicate my feelings without being completely, you know, especially if it's something that's going on that I feel like there's injustice being done. Like, I will wait and wait and wait until I am so goddamn mad somebody's probably going to get it. Tell me about the future here. Calling in your soulmate. So I kind of feel like wedding is over here and wedding rings is over here. So I kind of feel like this person is somebody you thought you were gonna, be forever with. And I'm not saying that you're not, you know. What I'm saying is like they're shining a light on something that needs to change that's inside of you. And I do feel like they're your soulmate. And I do feel like this person could come back if you want them to come back. But at the same time, like you've got to let this healing happen. And this healing is all about whatever happened when you were a kid. The reason you feel rejected, the reason you have to apologize all the time for yourself, all of that, it's changing. So I just feel like there is a lot of awakening energy here in the future as to, you know, the toxicity of a pattern in your life. And I think it's hanging on to things that you want, hanging on to things that are toxic. And I do believe it's really got everything to do with your value for yourself. So what's happening for you is probably going to be a huge change in the way you look at yourself. Hi, Helen. How's it going, Helen? Nice to see you here. Yeah, just doing a Sagittarius reading. And actually, if you're Sag, I mean, snowy UK, it's snowing here today too. So anyways, so this definitely could be your reading because the first card and the last in the past is the wedding, in the future still you're thinking about the commitment, you are. But I really do feel like there were a lot of red flags with this person, but I feel like you're sitting here in the moment. Maybe you're trying to see what they're up to. The sunglass card, right? You miss them. But I feel like there's a competition card here too, and red flags. Like you're thinking about all of that. And in the future, I feel like you're hanging on. It is toxic, but this is where the transformation happens. Because, I mean, obviously, you're in a really kind of a low place. You're feeling like this was everything to me. I said I was going to stay forever and I meant it. So I feel like the reason behind all of this is because of this healing here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into the extended. It will be, there's a link in the description box below. So if you would like to come over and join me there. The third party is a Sag too. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over into the extended. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask about how this person is feeling, your person. What are their feelings and what are their next actions and what are their intentions? And then what's the final outcome? So that is what I'm going to do now. If you'd like to join me over there, link in the description box. It is a members channel, so it's a monthly fee. You can cancel at any time, but there's about 60 videos over there. There's some of them are extended and some of them are just specifically for members only. I've done some pretty fun stuff over there that's different, like a generational reading, like if you're between the ages of this and this. I did it like for the seasons, like spring, summer, fall, and winter, and I kind of divided it all up into like 20 years each. So if you're 0 to 20, like how are you feeling, what's going on? So there's a lot of fun stuff like that over there. So if you would like to join me over there, just click that button below and I'll see you over there. Thanks.